We made it to Napa Valley. Come along for another great adventure.
Can't go wrong in wine country.
Oh boy, we've been here too long already.
When we are old, I better go first. 'Cause a second without you in this life would be the worst. But until then, I'll go where you go. I will follow your lead to the end of the earth. But when we are old, I better go first.
Our first stop for 2024 was Napa Valley. We stayed at the Skyline Wilderness Park, and it was pretty nice.
Yeah, it really worked out great for us.
We were in a good spot.
Yeah, it's literally on the southeast corner of Napa Valley, so it made for a great home base for us to get out and do things. Now, the park itself was actually part of an old state hospital land that they ended up purchasing from the state of California.
Right.
So it's got a lot of history behind it. There's actually some old buildings out back that are kind of neat to go exploring.
Yeah.
Now, we stayed on site 43, and in our opinion, sites 40 through 43 were the best ones in the whole park. They're up on top of a hill, so you can look out over all the vineyards all around, and just great views.
Unfortunately, the vineyards weren't in
bloom
season and bloom while we were there, but it was still pretty, and we loved our spot.
Yeah. Now, the only thing with these spots are 40 to 43 is they're not full hookups. So the park did give us a phone number to a company that does come around, and you pay them and they'll empty out your black tank or your tanks for you. So that,
which was fine.
Yeah, that worked out. It was cheap enough. It was worth it. It was definitely doable.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a lot of bike trails around the campground as well. Most of these we feel are more of mountain bikes. Yeah. We tried our e-bikes on them.
They're way too heavy.
It wasn't working for us.
No.
And we actually made a mistake one time.
Yeah.
You really have to stay on trail. We were kind of going exploring one day, and remember, this is kind of right next to a state hospital, and it's a mental hospital, and they have prisoners there who I guess are getting ready to stand trial, or they're not competent enough to stand trial. So.
Ask us how we know this.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So we decided to go down one of the back roads, and we didn't really know it at the time, but it was a road that goes into the back side of the state hospital. And we had a police car come up, security stop us, ask them what we were doing, where we were going, and because they could tell that we were just two innocent little people going for a bike ride. But they did make us turn around.
Oh yeah.
And they told us to be, it's basically almost like a prison.
Right.
So you really do have to kind of watch yourself with that.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was fine.
And then they warned us that there were a lot of mountain
cougars
in the area, and to watch the tall grasses because they were definitely out while we were there. I'm like, oh great.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Now, the park also has a horse arena there.
Yes.
There's a lot of people showing up with horses every day practicing. They had a rodeo that was actually starting the day that we left.
We missed it.
We did miss that, but overall, Skyline Wilderness Park was a great place for us to stay, get a couple bike rides in, and just enjoy the views from the parks.
We met some really nice people with their horses, and we got to pet them and talk to some really nice people, and it was so much fun. Skyline Wilderness Park was a great base camp for us. We wanted to get more practice on our e-bikes, and this was the perfect setup for that.
It really was. Yeah, it really was. Now, we mentioned this earlier, there is a lot of mountain bike trails around the park.
Not for us.
Not for us. We did go a little bit on the e-bikes, and they're just, we couldn't do it.
We tried it and it wasn't working, so Plan B.
Plan B was the Napa River Trail. Yeah. This was actually pretty nice. Now, the trailhead was about a mile away from the park, so we did have to load up the bikes in the back of the truck, take them over to a parking lot, and unload them from there.
Yeah,
but the trail was pretty nice. Now, we did head south from where we started, and it kind of went, I think the southern half of the trail was a little bit nicer. It went through some fields. You're right along the edge of the Napa River. I believe we went next to a golf course, if I remember right, and some parks like baseball fields and things like that. Now, once we did that part of it, we turned back around and headed north and kind of backtracked and went further north. Now, the further north you go, it does get into Napa, so you're literally right there.
Right.
We're not big on riding with traffic and stuff like that. We just prefer not to. So the
Yeah.
further north we got, it did start getting a little bit more congested, I think.
Yeah.
You got more into town, more traffic. We had to stop at, some stoplights and go across intersections and things like that.
Yeah.
So up to that point, it was good. We didn't go too far into town because, again, it's just not for us. However,
Yeah.
there was
However,
one stop along the way which we really thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah. Thanks to our friends, Steve and Kelly. Thank you, Steve and Kelly. We stopped at Gott's Roadside. Time to go on a bike ride. Woohoo! Mr. Happy. He's been sick for a week now with a terrible cold, chest cold. So we'll see how long this lasts.
I better go first. 'Cause a second without you in this life would be the worst. But until then, I'll go.
We got our noggin shelter. Ow. You made my sunglasses go down on my nose. And our bikes are ready to go.
I better go better, I better go first. I better go first. I better go better, I better go first. Everyone's afraid to die, but I'm more scared alive. And what it would look like without you by my side, it isn't dead, or what happens next. It's just that I could have more breath or more heartbeats in my chest, and I wasn't made for that kind of hurt. So I'm afraid you're gonna have to put me in the dirt, but don't you see, I promise I'll be right there to greet you when it's your turn. Yeah, when we are old.
You know, I must say, even e-bikes do no good when you stop at Gott's for a shake. Daniel, do you have anything you'd like to say?
It was your idea.
No, it was not. You're the one that found it.
I found it. You wanted to come here.
Oh, okay. And here we sit. All nice and fat.
We're going to be hitting that throttle on the way back.
Yeah, and our e-bikes are going to be no good. Or they're going to come in really handy for us, but they're not going to be good for us. Cheers.
If you never heard of Gott's Roadside, it was founded by the Gott brothers in 1999 from St. Helena, California. And it's really, it's a kind of a cult classic.
Yeah.
I think you can think of it that way. It is also recognized as a James Beard American classic.
Yep.
And the way this actually started was they took over an old roadside stand in 1949,
Yeah.
built it up, redid everything, and of course now it's Gott's Roadside. But what a great way to finish up a bike ride, and the shakes are unbelievable.
We can vouch. Their shakes are to die for. We also
back twice.
stopped another time and had a burger. It was delicious.
It really was. So
Again, thanks Kelly and Steve.
yeah, now I have to get bigger pants.
Yeah.
But if you are in the Napa Valley area, Gott's Roadside was definitely a great place to stop.
Definitely
and,
worth the stop.
Have a shake.
So good. Now that we got our bellies full of Gott's yummy milkshakes, it was time to walk it off. So we headed to the town of Sonoma.
Sonoma is roughly about 10 miles west of Napa Valley. And believe it or not, it was the origins trace back to 1823 when the mission San Francisco Solano was founded. So
These are getting us, guys.
an attack. See what we do for you. You wanted to smack that one off of me,
I
didn't you?
did.
But Solano is actually a pretty cool little town. There's a nice little town square right in the middle of town. I think the town hall was there. And they had actually a little park there as well. So we really enjoyed just walking the town square. A lot of little shops. I think we had lunch there. They had definitely cheese and wine type places there as well. But one of the things that I really enjoyed, I thought it was pretty neat, as a matter of fact. It has a state historic park right in the middle of town, and it contains a bunch of old historic buildings. It has the Mission, San Francisco Solano, the Blue Wing Inn, the Solano Barracks. These are, parts of old forts. The Toscano Hotel, and it actually had some servant quarters there, the remains of them as well. So
I think it's Toscano.
Toscano.
I think so.
Toscano, Totani, tomato, tomato. But these are cool. You can walk through these old buildings. You can they have a little museum there as well. Again, you're not going to spend a whole lot of time, maybe a couple hours, maybe at the most.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
It was neat. It was neat to go through the museum, through the old buildings, and just enjoy the town of Sonoma. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Love you, honey, so much.
Behind the scenes.
Act happy.
Yesterday we spent the day in St. Helena, which is just north of Napa Valley, doing some wine tasting. We really enjoyed that. But today we took about a 15-mile ride roughly east of Napa Valley to a town called Sonoma, California.
Sonoma.
We heard it's a pretty nice little town, so it's got a pretty cool little town square here, a little park. So we're just going to take it easy today, just kind of walk around. It is supposed to rain later on today, so we'll just get in what we can get in.
Yeah,
and,
we got
kind of
rodeo with us, and we're just going to enjoy the afternoon stroll around Sonoma and probably grab lunch and maybe a glass of wine.
Oh, I created a monster yesterday.
In my eyes, you were like dandelions in summertime. Always dancing round in my mind, beautiful butterfly. You're perfect in every way. There's only one choice I can make.
It's been a while since we've had one of these. Coca-Cola in a bottle.
In a bottle. This is like high school.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Only you, every day till this world ends.
Love it.
Tastes like I used to remember.
Yeah, what, 40, 50 years ago?
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yummy.
I choose you. Only you. Spinning me all around, build me up and never come down. Slowly floating in the air along a wave of lavender.
See that? We're going in.
Mama's happy again.
It's not wine, but ice cream will do.
I can make. I choose you over and over again. Only you. Every day till this world ends. There's no mountain I wouldn't climb, thing that I wouldn't try, nothing that I wouldn't do. I choose you.
Don't hide your ice cream. Everybody already knows. Open your mouth. Everybody knows you're eating ice cream.
It's so good.
Which is better, the wine or the ice cream?
Two totally different things.
Apples and oranges. Ice cream wine.
Only you. Every day till this world ends. There's no mountain I wouldn't climb, thing that I wouldn't try, nothing that I wouldn't do. I choose you. Only you.
Okay, guys, you gotta see this. Seriously. Have you ever heard of Harvey's Donut Bar? Look at this. Holy smoke. How cute is this? It's so cute. We got to film it. Instead of ice cream next time, I think I'm going to try the donut bar. Now for the main event, the real reason why most people want to go to Napa Valley. After a few recommendations, we chose to tour the Sterling Vineyards. Sterling Vineyards was founded in 1964 by Peter Newton.
Now the vineyard is actually located in Calistoga, California. It's really just about 20 miles or so north of Napa. And something I thought was kind of neat about it was the buildings are modeled after the white stucco buildings of the Greek island of Mykonos.
Mykonos.
Yeah, I got that one right. Mykonos.
Sterling Vineyards was the first winery built with visitor in mind, the only winery in the world with an aerial tram.
Now it actually closed in September of 2020 due to damage from the Napa Valley glass fire and reopened in October of 2023. Now they do offer a lot of different wine tasting options. We took the low
We're
low
not
one.
huge wine. I do like a good glass of wine. Danny really doesn't ever drink wine.
Yeah. So, but they do offer 4 or 5 different options. You can do what we did. We just did the self-guided tour.
Yeah.
And you can go all the way up to, I think they have like a founders club kind of a thing where you have food and you sit inside and kind of dine and learn all about wine
For
and stuff.
us, at the time that we were there, it was $55 a person. Self-guided tour for what, 2.5 hours?
We spent about an hour
something
and a half there, yeah.
And it was worth it. It was worth it for me. I thought it was great.
Yeah,
it was nice walking the grounds, and
It was a lot of fun.
yeah, it was fun. We enjoyed it.
We're on our way to Silverton.
Silverton? What the?
What's the name of
You're
the winery?
still stuck in Colorado and we're in California.
I'm not a wine drinker, so
That's
that's,
just
my
not,
excuse.
that is no excuse. You're way off, buddy.
All right, where are we going?
We are on our way to Calistoga and California
What's the name of the winery?
to go to the Sterling Vineyards.
Sterling, Silverton. It's all about the same. I was close.
You guys, it's real. Trust me.
I don't drink wine.
Like I say every now and then, he's all mine. All mine.
Hey, is this where I got to drink with my pinky out?
Just drink. Come on. They're waiting for us.
I just wanna dive into the blue. Doesn't really matter what we do. Don't let the moment pass us by. Just trust that the universe.
Thank you.
Slide there right at the top. Please remain seated till you reach the top. Thank you, Jim Sterling, and enjoy your tasting.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And we're off.
On the gondola ride.
I feel like I'm missing my snowboard.
Oh boy. You know.
The journey begins. I do
Love
have to
that
say.
sound.
Oh wait, I got to put my pinky out, right? I do
No,
have to
that
say-
does not even look good on you.
Oh. I do have to say, we're at Sterling Vineyards. When we first checked in, right,
Yes.
the lady where you check in, the guys on the gondola,
Gondola.
right when you get on, you get off, and a guy even volunteered to take our picture for it.
Yeah.
Everybody so far has been extremely professional and very polite.
And
So-
Shrek and the young lady who greeted
gave us
us
our
with our
first
first glasses of wine.
So hopefully this is going to be a fun day. But so far, I mean, I really like the workers here. The people working are very nice. And
Very,
the
very
scenery
nice.
is unbelievable.
Very
Hopefully you
fun.
can see behind us. It's,
Yeah. Not the most beautiful sunny day, but you know what? Any day is a good day for
Hey.
wine.
Oh boy, Mama's happy.
Golden and shining light, and it's all gonna be alright. This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. Out in the sunshine, nothing but good times. This is the good life.
So we just had the Chardonnay. It was from a steel barrel.
Okay,
Is that a steel barrel maybe?
I guess.
And then look at these beautiful wood barrels right here.
Oh,
See the wood barrels?
Oh, yeah.
I could swim in one of those barrels. It's sad, sad time. Wine tasting is coming to an end.
Oh,
We'll
boy.
make the most of it.
Do you mind if we film?
That's all right. Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to get a picture.
TV or TikTok or something. No, just kidding.
Give me your glass.
Oh yeah.
Take these little things here. Alright. So this is our 2017 Reserve Cab. Cabernet Sauvignon 2017. This comes from our vineyard right across the street from
I just wanna spend every day with you. Happy with the little things we do. Just keep a smile, hold your head up high. I promise it works every time. 'Cause we struck gold in the shining light and it's
They do have an elevator. But of course we're gonna do the stairs.
out in the sunshine, nothing but good times. This is the good life. This is the good life.
Barely. My knee is crunch, 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 crunch. I'm not kidding. Come on. Adventure awaits. That sounds really pretty.
Oh, you're gonna break them.
No, he said they're very durable. Shrek said that, remember?
Yeah.
Wine tasting. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. The bells.
You
Perfect
finally got it.
timing. I got it. I got a first shot. I know.
Oh boy.
'Cause we struck gold in the shining light and it's all gonna be alright. This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. Out in the sunshine, nothing but good times.
Dry. Time to go home.
That was actually a lot of fun.
That was fun.
We did the 11 a.m. tour. It's
We
actually,
made reservations, which are highly recommended.
Yeah, I
No
think we
dogs
need-
allowed.
And it's 12:40. We did about an hour and a half. We kind
Yeah.
of took our time. There was no big rush. It's kind of a nasty day today, so we figured, why not take our time? We're inside. It was fun. They have some pretty good wines. I can't honestly tell the difference between any of them, to be honest with you.
It's
So-
wine.
It's wine, yeah. But it was fun. We really enjoyed it. I'd recommend it.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're ever in the Napa Valley area, you have to go. Sterling Vineyards or Sterling Winery, I'm not sure which one it's called, and Kalustica.
She's been on a wine tour.
Kalustica is worth it.
It was fun.
We paid $55 a person for the gondola ride and I believe
the wine tasting.
5 glasses of wine tasting.
Yeah.
And Danny kept pouring his into mine, so, well,
I'm not a wine drinker.
Believe it or not, after all this talking of wine, I really want a glass of wine. I
Oh,
do.
boy.
And I've got a chilled bottle in the fridge. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed sharing it with you.
Remember, always live life to the fullest.
Have a great week, safe travels, and God bless.